Bye.
Thank you. We understand that not everyone can make a large donation, but every small contribution helps. Even a single pound can make a big difference. Together, we can build a brighter future for our community, and we can contribute to the everlasting message of Abu Abdullah Hussein alayhi salam.
Your pocket change can ensure the completion of a few inches of the building, eventually leading to it standing high and wide and in full working motion.
Visit our website, click the donate button and be part of this incredible journey. Let's build the new home for Imam Hussein TV together, because ultimately this is your home. Imam Hussein TV, a new beginning. Donate now and help us create a legacy that will serve the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam for generations to come, because this is your gateway to Karbala.
Preparation.
A whirlwind of emotions.
First time as a Shia, I cried.
Attracting variation.
Judged by the most proficient.
Maybe you are the best thing ever happened in this show.
Probably one of the best lectures I've heard this year.
The Shia Voice Season 3. This holy month of Ramadan.
Exclusively on Imam Hussein TV 3.
Ignite hope and stamp out poverty with Imam Hussein Charity.
Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers of Imam Hussein TV 3. Welcome back to another episode of Ahkam SOS, the show where we discuss various Islamic topics, practices and principles. Welcome back to another episode during this holy month of Ramadan. May Allah accept your fasts and your prayers, and may Allah bless us all. I'm your host, Sayyid Muthanna Al-Musawi, and I am joined by the one and only Sheikh Ali. Salaam alaikum, Sheikhna.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
How are you doing, Sheikhna?
مقبول الطاعات والأعمال.
وعليكم شيخنا وأعمالكم. How are we?
Alhamdulillah, fine.
Alhamdulillah, that's great to hear. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Sheikhna, I feel like it's become sort of like a tradition or a thing that we have been doing during this Ramadan. So I'd like to ask you once again, how was your iftar?
Alhamdulillah, fine.
Alhamdulillah. What did you have for iftar, Sheikhna?
Bad, Iraqi food, as you know. The famous Iraqi food. So yes, Alhamdulillah, it was fine.
Oh, okay.
Satisfying.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. And inshallah, let me just explain to the viewers how to actually send in your questions and to learn more about your faith and about your deen and about your religion from your sheikh. To the viewers at home, quick reminder, send in your questions. You can do that either with the numbers shown below. They should pop up soon. If they don't pop up, you can call in 0203 515 0199, 0203 515 0199. That's from memory. Oh, there you go. 0203 515 0199. Call in, and you get to call in and ask the sheikh directly and get your answers straight away. Or if you're a bit shy, a bit hesitant, or you have a bit of patience, then you can send in your questions to this number, to this WhatsApp number, or to the YouTube comment section, and inshallah the sheikh will answer. Sheikhna, let us begin with the questions. From WhatsApp, Assalamu alaikum. Can I ask, to what extent is it my responsibility as a sibling to be doing parental duties for my sisters and brothers when my parent requests it from me, especially when it becomes overbearing for me?
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين. assisting and helping parents is a blessing. As I mentioned many times, the famous verse in the Holy Quran, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا, to be good with your parents. And this has a great reward. Any help, anything you can provide and offer your parents would have a great reward. So, as they say, ask Allah Azza wa Jal for more opportunity and tawfiq to be able to serve your parents more and more. It's a great tawfiq, I can say, that the one can serve the parents. Of course, parents should also look into the children's situation, mental issues, other issues. Don't put too much pressure on them. So you have to also look at both situations. So, I mean, inshallah, they get reward as much as they provide the service and help, inshallah.
Inshallah. Understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. And from WhatsApp, what is the responsibility of wealthy Muslims towards the oppressed during the holy month of Ramadan?
Of course, in one of the narrations by the Imam alayhi salam, he states about the reason for fasting, that the rich would feel as a compassionate for the one who is poor. So when he fasts in this holy month, he would feel the hunger and the thirst and the tiredness of this long hours of fasting. So he would in somehow help those in need, maybe offer food baskets, some money and so forth. For those who are in need, they're going to have even maybe a proper iftar on their table. So that would, inshallah, push them towards that feeling in this holy month, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. And from WhatsApp, how can young people struggling with distractions, for example, social media, stay focused on ibadah during this holy month?
It's very challenging, as we know, especially for the young ones. But I think the parents, others who can encourage them and have influence on them, that come and join our sessions. For example, if parents can take them to local mosque or centers to join the Quranic circle, for example, recitation or lectures, or even iftar, in that community gathering in the mosques, that would help a lot. So that would distract them from using the mobile phones and the such like. So we bring them in public in the mosques to join the others in jama'ah prayers, for example, to listen to the lectures and be more social, in other words.
Okay.
Because we are social on the social media, which is not really a way of socializing. It's a wrong way of socializing. So the best way is to go by person, by yourself, and socialize with others in public.
Understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. And from WhatsApp, what is the ruling on those who fast but do not pray? Does their fast still hold value?
You see, each obligatory act and worship has its own rulings and separate from the others. So if somebody, let's say, fasts and they don't pray, of course, it's a great sin for the one who would not pray but fast. Or the opposite, they don't fast but they pray, for example. So it is an incomplete, let's say, iman, in other words. If you want to have complete faith in the rituals, in the Islamic worships, you have to make sure that you complete and you tick all the boxes of the obligatory acts. Imagine somebody who goes to Hajj and they do all the Hajj rituals but they don't pray. Just the Salat al-Tawaf, for example, that's it, just to accomplish the Hajj rituals. So it's a complete package, in other words. Iman and faith and taqwa is a complete package. You have to make sure that you have all the wajib acts accomplished before you depart this world, because they will ask you in the first night of the grave that's about your salah. So if it's not accomplished, then you're in trouble. La samhallah.
Okay, understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. I believe we have a phone call now, Sheikhna. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Hello?
Hello? Hello, salam alaikum. We can't really hear you. Hello?
Salam alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. How are you, dear brother?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, that's great to hear. Shahr Ramadan Mubarak to you, dear brother. Inshallah, you are well. May Allah accept your fasts and your prayers. I believe you have a question for the Sheikh.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I have a question.
Ask away. Ask away.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikhna.
أهلا وسهلا. السلام ورحمة الله.
I have a question for the month of Ramadan. If you wake to sleep during Sahari, but if you do wake up, can you still do fasting or not?
Can you just repeat it one more time so I just understand fully on what you asked, please?
My question was, if you don't wake up for Sahari,
okay,
can you still continue the fast?
Okay, interesting question. Thank you very much. Sheikhna, the dear brother is asking, if he doesn't wake up for suhoor, can he still fast during the day?
Yes, indeed. It's obligatory, wajib, to remain fast for the next coming day. You know, you can't just because you missed Sahari, then you have to complete your fast from dawn to Maghrib Shari time, because you have the intention, definitely, night before that you're going to wake up and have suhoor, and then you have Salatul Fajr. So you have to keep the fast, and your fast is valid, and there's nothing to be done for it. So no qada, nothing, no kafar.
Okay, understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. And thank you very much to the dear brother that called in. I hope that answers your question. If that did not answer your question fully, do send in or do call in, and inshallah we understand more from you. Thank you again for calling in. To the other viewers, as you have just seen, our dear brother called in, got to ask the Sheikh directly, and the Sheikh answered straight away. So do follow in his example and call in as well. And the number shown below over here, 0203-515-0199. Or if you're a bit shy, or you can wait for a bit, that's fine, and you want to use my services, send in your questions on this number below, 0741-5092-155. Or if you're watching on YouTube, you can send in your questions in the comment section, and inshallah the Sheikh will answer it for you. Sheikh, now moving on swiftly from WhatsApp, how can we maintain the spirituality of this holy month of Ramadan after it ends and avoid going back to old habits?
Again, the Prophetic's advice in his sermon just before the month of Ramadan, that the best deed in this holy month is al-wara' and maharimillah, to abstain from the sins. And when you practice this habit of abstaining from the sins, then you have to keep it on after this holy month as well. So it's not just for this holy month. You know, some people think that, well, yeah, these advices to avoid sins and such like, to give sadaqah, to recite supplications, prayers, Quran, it's just for this holy month, and that's it. I close the holy book of Allah and put it on the shelf until next month. No. You have to go back again. It's just a practice. You got 30 days of practicing worships, avoiding backbiting, avoiding lying, avoiding slandering, avoiding cheating, looking at the haram, opposite agenda. That's all the practice for you, so that when you start the first day of Shawwal, which is Eid, you start again, you continue this purification process which you had for the past 30 days. So you have to keep it on until the next month of Ramadan. So anything else you left over, you can again renew and try to purify in the next month of Ramadan, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. And from WhatsApp, Salaam alaikum. My family lives 3.5 hours away from me in the same state, but in a different city. I would like to visit them during this holy month, but I don't want to break my fast, and I can't stay for 10 days as me and my husband have work. Is that possible? And they've also added, I usually don't get tired when I drive, so that's not an issue.
You see, we have big cities now, like London, I think Washington, other cities. You have big cities, so the bigger is the city, it's all one city. It's counted as one city. So even if you travel from, let's say, I mean, now if you travel from the edge of North London all the way to the edge of South London, that's almost 2 hours and something, 2 hours and a half or 15 minutes drive within the city if you drive, not the motorway or the highway. So that's 2 hours and something drive, 2 hours and a half, 15 minutes. So that's counted all one city. So you pray full and you keep fast. Yes, if you cross that city to another city and you travel the Shari'i distance of in and out 44 kilometers, so 22 by 22, so in and out. In total 44 kilometers, then you have to open your fast and shorten your salah, in other words, your prayers. So as long as you're in the city, no, you keep fast and you pray full as well.
So they have to break their fast in this instance?
No, if it's inside the city itself, as I've said, London is a big city. And if you travel from the north to the west, to the south, that's about 2 hours drive with car. With the normal traffic, let's say. So in this case, you still have to keep your fast and pray full as well. Unless you leave the city's border and you go to another city with this distance I mentioned.
The 40.
The short distance.
Understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. I believe we have another phone call. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. How are you doing, dear brother?
I'm good, thank you, Sayyidina. How are you, Sayyidina? How was your iftar?
Alhamdulillah, my iftar was great. Thank you very much for asking. How was your iftar?
Alhamdulillah, again, same as always, good, being around family and friends. Alhamdulillah, it was amazing.
MashaAllah. Bil afiyah. I believe you have a question?
Yes, I do actually. Based on what Sheikhna was just discussing about traveling and fasting, if you were traveling, say for example, to another location that's outside your city, but it's within the, for example, as the bird flies, 22 kilometers or 20 kilometers from your city. But as I'm driving through, different roads and motorways, and my technical distance I've traveled is more than 20 kilometers. But the location is, if you were to draw a straight line on the map, is less. So in that scenario, do I either still keep my fast, or is my prayer qasr? Do I pray 50% off, as they say?
Let's hope I remember all of that. Sheikhna, the brother asked quite an interesting question regarding the same question that I've just asked you, so that someone just sent in. So this dear brother is traveling from one location to another, and it's outside the city, but it's less than the 22 kilometers that you mentioned. And also he said that the distance from this location to the other location is less than 22 technically if you draw a straight line, but with the different roads and the motorways that he drives on, it's technically more than the 22. Does he still keep his fast on this, or does he break it?
If he uses another path, another route, which makes it longer, of course, it becomes the musafir, and you have to open your fast, break your fast. So he used a longer way, let's say another route, which is more than 22 kilometers, for example. Then that's it, he's a musafir. He's a traveler. In which he has to open his fast, and pray short as well.
Understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna, and thank you very much to the dear viewer. That was quite an interesting question. Thank you very much, and I hope that answers your question. Actually, I believe we have another phone call. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How are you doing, dear brother? You okay?
Alhamdulillah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. Shahr Ramadan Mubarak to you, dear brother.
Jami'an, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. I believe you have a question for the Sheikh.
Yes. So Sheikhna, I know that we're based on our perception of reality. So for example, if an individual sees a certain thing, or for example, they've seen Islam a certain way, they won't be judged on the truth, rather on their perception of that reality. What about committing sins in dreams? There are certain individuals that they have control over their dreams, and is the fi'l for example, a sin in that dream also going to be considered a sin when we are judged?
I do apologize. I'm just in awe at the question. Can you actually just repeat that again?
I can answer now.
Oh, you can answer.
Yes.
Okay, so the Sheikh heard. I do apologize. I was, very interesting question. Over to you, Sheikh.
You see, I'll give you an example, a story of the ulama in the past history, when they both were great scholars in the world of the Shia, and their father passed away, and their father had a big library full of books. Now, those two sons of this alim who passed away, they inherited all these books. So they began to split the books between each other as the inheritors. There was one book left. So one of the brothers said to the other that I don't commit makruh, discouraged act. It's not haram. They're both muttaqi, wari', pious to individuals. But when it comes to mustahab and makruh, of course, they would try to avoid committing discouraged acts, makruhat, and to do as much as they can of mustahabat and desirable acts. So this brother said to the other one that I don't commit even one makruh, discouraged act in my life. So I deserve to take the book. The other alim said, well, I don't even think about committing a makruh. I don't even imagine to commit a makruh, a discouraged act. So the other one said, okay, take the book. So if you want perfection, more piety, to get to Allah closer, of course, you shouldn't even think about the sin, or even, of course, the dream. I don't know how he has control in this dream that he can commit a sin, but one should avoid such thoughts and notions, because this would gradually lead him to commit outside. We have about the hasad. If you envy somebody, that may Allah take his wealth, he's too much, he's too rich, I don't like to see him going in and out with his, I don't know, SUV, BMW, I don't know, whatever car. So that envy inside his thought and mind, as long as it's not interpreted outside on the ground by breaking his window, I don't know, beating him, punching him, in his mind, it's fine. In terms of committing as a sin, the sin is counted when you actually come out and you commit the sin, practically. So, in your dreams, in your thoughts, that could be translated one day outside. So that's the issue. So keep your mind and heart pure and tahir from any thoughts, bad thoughts or imaginations. Especially in this holy month. This is the best time for you to try to avoid these thoughts, in which one day may be practiced outside, and that's the problem.
Okay, understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna, and thank you very much for our dear brother for asking that interesting question. Very, very interesting question, Sheikhna. To the viewers at home, as you have just seen, our dear brother asked the question and got his answer straight away, there and then. So if you would like to skip the queue of questions that I have over here, do send in your questions, and inshallah you will get your answers straight away. Otherwise, you can send in your questions through this WhatsApp number or the YouTube comment section, and inshallah the Sheikh will answer. Sheikhna, moving on from YouTube, according to Ayatollah Sayyid Sistani, is it permissible to do backbiting, ghibah, on a Sunni?
You see, in terms of backbiting or even lying or any bad habits or acts, one should avoid it with everyone. I mean, even I used to see in college back many years that students would backbite each other, and they're non-Muslims. So that's a bad habit. Of course, when it comes to talking about some of their ulama, that they accuse Shia of such and such, that's not backbiting. You're actually exposing the deviants, the falsehood individuals who would they try to spread the falsehood, the wrong aqidah. Of course, you have to expose them. So that's not a ghiba at all. Ibn Taymiyyah, others who came and deviated millions as a result of their thoughts. So you have to expose them. فَعَلَى الْعَالِمِ أَنْ يُظْهِرَ عِلْمَهُ. That the alim should show his knowledge and expose those individuals. So it depends, as I've said, if that individual is somebody who is a flag bearer of the deviance and falsehoodness, then you have to talk and speak. But for others, I mean, that eventually becomes a habit in which you would come to your brother's Shia and talk against them again. So the best way is to avoid backbiting or lying or accusing or insulting or using repulsive language against anyone. That's the best.
Okay, understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. And from YouTube, can you tell me any dua for depression and anxiety which will fix it?
Try to recite this dua every day. Dua al-amn. If you type, I think in dua.org, you'll find it there. Dua al-amn, or dua of the security. The security. That's the translation. Which begins with Ya man tuhallu bihi uqadul makarih, or the one who would untie the difficulties and so forth. So that's the best dua to recite every day to repel and remove any difficulties, conditions. If you are under oppressive government, for example, protect you from the tyrants and so forth. Read the beginning of the dua, the benefits of the dua. You'll find it in Fatih al-Jinan, just after dua tawassul, the beginning of the Mafatih.
What is the dua again?
Dua al-amn.
Al-amn.
The security.
The security, understood, inshallah. Inshallah, thank you very much, Sheikhna. And inshallah, all goes well with you. Sheikhna, from WhatsApp, at what age should you start paying khums?
Well, initially, if you're a child, then your parents should do the khums, calculations. So your parents should calculate your whatever comes in your account, for example, or gifts and so forth, and pay the khums. But when you are at the age of puberty and adolescence and bulugh, then of course, if you have control over your income, like a student, college, university student, then of course they have their own accounts. Student loan, maybe grants, other types of income coming in, then you have to start basically calculating how much you have to pay, on what basis to pay such khums for what things, for example. Then you have to start paying khums yourself.
Okay, understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. And from WhatsApp, Assalamu alaikum, Sheikhna. When I am traveling, am I exempt from fasting, or do I have to fast that day? Or since I leave at night, do I still have to fast?
When you travel, you're exempt from fasting, which means you're not allowed to fast. You're not allowed.
Not allowed.
It's not like an option. As soon as you leave your city, a couple of kilometers or miles, for example, then let's say you stayed in that city till afternoon. You went in the morning, you stayed till afternoon. When you pass the noon time, adhan al-dhuhr and asr time, that's it. Your fast is gone. You have to open your fast and pray short qasr as well. So the noon time is we can say the boundary. Otherwise, if you go in the morning 7 a.m., let's say you travel from London to Birmingham, or I don't know, from Michigan to New York, I don't know, I've seen the distance, not very far, and you come back the same morning, and you haven't, of course, when you left the city, when you leave London, which is your hometown, and you have the intention of fast, you leave 7 a.m. in the morning, and you come back 11 a.m. after 3-4 hours, and you have kept your fast, then you have to keep it till when you come back home. You have to keep it. That's how it works. But if you stayed there till afternoon, then that's it. It's gone.
And you have to break your fast.
Break your fast.
Understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. And from WhatsApp, is it permissible for women to wear human hair extensions?
In terms of wearing them, I mean, in the old days, they used to do it. In the old days, if you go back to the books of ulama, they have a mas'ala of deceiving the bride. I'm sure if you've read this mas'ala, you should know it. That they used to sometimes, you know, that bride, for example, she had a short hair, for example, they would add extra hair to others to show that she's got a long hair. So that's one of the fiqhi issues they discuss. There's an Arabic term for it, that she's deceiving the groom with this kind of acts.
Oh, okay.
So they can, but she shouldn't show it to the others, you know.
Of course.
It's part of the beauty of the woman.
Of course.
Or even the wig. She can't wear wig and go outside. That's the beauty. Showing her beauty. That's not hijab. You might say this is hijab because she covered her own original hair, but still, that shows her beauty. And the Quran says, وَلَا يُبْدِينَ زِينَتَهُنْ. Do not show your beauty.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. And from WhatsApp, quite an interesting question, Sheikhna. Which dua / prayer do you recommend to perform to get married?
You see, when you go back to the books of the supplications, for example, the words of the ulama, statements, ad'iyah, you won't find that much concentration on, oh Allah, marry every single, for example. Because when Islam came, the issue of marriage was so simple that they used to get married with a bunch of dates, for example, as a mahar, for example. Or, I don't know, ring made from iron, for example. So it was so simple. I think there's a narration that one of the Imams, alayhi salam, he was in a gathering on a dinner table, for example, on a sufra, and suddenly they told him that someone wants to get married. The Imam read the aqd, nikah, and that's it. On the dinner table, imagine. It was so easy. There was nothing to be thought about. Oh, we have people who are single. Always there was marriage, even those who get divorced. I'll give you an example. Asma bint Umays. She was the wife of Ja'far al-Tayyar, rahmatullah alayh, who was killed in Mu'tah, Jordan. He's buried there as well. And then she moved to the house of Abu Bakr. And then she had Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr as a result. Then Abu Bakr was killed, assassinated. Then she went to the house and she became the wife of Ali ibn Abi Talib, salamullah alayhi. And Imam Ali alayhi salam nurtured and raised Muhammad ibn Abi Bakr. This pious and, as they call him, Hawari of the Imam Ali alayhi salam. So can you see, this lady went into 3 houses as a result. In other words, there was no single unmarried, or let's say widow left in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and afterwards. Yes, when the wars began, Siffin, Nahrawan, things changed, of course. Lots of men were killed, Arabs were killed. As a result, widows were left. But in anyhow, there was always a solution for it. They would get married straight away.
Understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. We do pray to all the brothers, may they get married soon, and inshallah, good luck to them. Sheikhna, from WhatsApp, when Imam Mahdi Ajalallahu Farajah Sharif reappears, will they use guns or swords?
Just before I answer, in terms of the dua or prayers, the brother or sister can pray this dua or recite this dua. Dua al-amin, ya man tuhal bihi uqud al-makarih, every day for the marriage purpose as well. Dua al-amn, in mafatih al-jinan, after dua al-tawassul. Ya man tuhal bihi uqad al-makarih, that's the beginning of the dua. This dua. Also, they can, if they can, have majalis of Ahlul Bayt every week or every month in their house, again, for the sisters. So how they get introduced. Exactly. So every month or every week, every 2 weeks, every occasion, shahada of the Imam, that would help a lot, brings the blessings to the house, and inshallah they will see quick marriage, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much.
So the question is?
The question now is from WhatsApp. When Imam Mahdi Ajallallahu Farajah Sharif reappears, will they use guns or swords?
hadith mentions something about swords and that kind of thing, but we're not sure exactly what kind of tools they're going to use to fight the enemies. I'm not sure, to be honest. When you read that in one of the narrations that they have some kind of a sword that can divide the mountains into two, in half. Now, is that some kind of laser technology? We don't know exactly what they will use. Or for example, I'm still wondering about this narration that the Imam will use the clouds to travel on or with.
Okay.
Still, we cannot understand and comprehend that, how the clouds can be used. Is it today's airplanes, for example, that the planes travel within the clouds, between the clouds, or over the clouds? We don't know exactly. When we don't know, we say we don't know. That's it. لا نعلم.
Understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. And to the viewers at home, we will now be going on a break. But before that, I believe the Sheikh has something that he would like to say to us. Over to you, Sheikhna.
Yes, indeed. In a narration by Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, he stated that من تصدق في شهر رمضان, the one who gives صدقة in this holy month, بصدقة, even one صدقة at least. صرف الله عنه 70 نوعا من البلاء. Allah would repel and remove from him 70 types of bala and calamities and anxieties. 70. Okay. Just one single sadaqah. So try to pay sadaqah as much as you can this holy month. This is the best time to pay your sadaqah, and we have the IHC.
The Imam Hussein charity.
Exactly,
yes.
one of the charities.
Yes. Sheikhna, is there a specific amount of sadaqah? Is there a minimum amount or just any amount?
Rasulullah said in his khutbah sallallahu alayhi wa اتقوا الله ولو بشق تمرة, that fear Allah even with a part of it dates, half dates, imagine, to this much, that you get the reward inshallah. But it doesn't mean that if you're rich, you pay half dates too. No, it's just an example that if you are severely poor and you can't, even few pennies that you have, you give it, you'll get inshallah the reward, and you will be protected from any calamities and difficulties and masa'ib, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, Sheikhna, for the wise words. Guys, as you have just heard, do donate to the Imam Hussein charity and you will get the rewards, inshallah. Also, we will now be going on a break. Do send in your questions while we are on a break, and inshallah you will see a video during the break where it will explain to you exactly how to send in your questions, and inshallah we see you after the break.
I have a question regarding keeping pictures of scholars. Is it permissible to plant trees by or over
Islam
the
established based on peace and non-violence? Is it permissible to collect donations for charity projects from
Is it permitted to consume canned food imported from non-Muslim countries?
Is there an issue for men looking at non-Muslim women?
To have your questions answered live, WhatsApp us on +44 7415 092155.
Put a finger down if you have access to fresh water. Put a finger down if you have food in your fridge. Put a finger down if you have access to healthcare. Put a finger down if you have never lived in a war zone. Put a finger down if you have family around you. Put a finger down if you have a warm bed to sleep in. Put a finger down if you have clothes in your wardrobe. Put a finger down if you have a roof over your head. Put a finger down if you have access to education. Put a finger down if you want to be part of changing the world.
For those interested in an Islamic law book by Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq Al-Shirazi, please WhatsApp the Ahkam SOS team at the following number to place your order today: +44 7415 092155. The Islamic law book, available exclusively in hard copy, contains religious questions answered by Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq Al-Shirazi. Order your hard copy today.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome back after the break to Ahkam SOS. As you have just seen, you can indeed order your Islamic book now. So send a quick message to the Ahkam number, the number shown below over here, 07415092155, and order your Islamic book now, and inshallah we will learn as much as possible. Otherwise, you can call in and send in your messages here and ask your questions here, and inshallah the Sheikh will answer. To do that, you can just call in at this number over here, 0203 515 0199. I'll repeat that, 0203 515 0199. If you're a bit shy, you can send in your questions on here, the WhatsApp number 07415092155, or if you're watching on YouTube, you can send in your questions in the comment section, and inshallah the Sheikh will answer. Sheikhna, let's carry on with the questions. From WhatsApp, what if you're going to Umrah? I believe this question refers to the fasting. Okay. What if you're going to Umrah or Ziyarah during the month of Ramadan and you're going for less than 10 days? Can you still fast?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Well, now you're a traveler. You're no longer somebody who is resident in a place. If you want to fast in Mecca or Medina, you have to make the intention of staying 10 days and over. Iqamah, 10 days. Then, of course, you can fast and pray full in Mecca and Medina. That's fine. But if you are there just 5 days in Medina, 5 days in Mecca, no. You have to open your fast and pray short. Of course, there's a hukum with regards to Mecca. I think that you are given option to pray full or short. Not because you're a traveler. It's just the place, the 4 places that you're given the option to pray full salah or short. Qasr. It's your choice.
Okay.
But anyhow, for the hukum of fasting, you cannot fast unless you make the intention. So you have to make this intention. I'm not going to leave Mecca or Medina for 10 days and over.
Okay.
So at least 10 days you stay there, you can fast and pray full. That's fine.
Understood, understood. They actually follow up with another question, Sheikhna. They ask, if it's not allowed, is the Umrah / the Ziyarah still accepted, given the fact that you're sacrificing the wajibah, which is fasting, and going for sunnah instead?
That's fine. I mean, you're there for a worship reason, purpose. You're not running away from fasting, because we have this ruling that if you run away from fasting, then that's discouraged. With this intention, sometimes I think we had this in the past 5-6 years, where the month of Ramadan was in July and August, and the heat wave of the Europe, and the long hours, about 19 hours of fast, 18 hours, 19 hours. In Norway, Sweden is almost 21 hours of daytime fasting. So some would run away, for example.
Yeah, and go for a holiday.
Exactly, spend holidays 1 week here, 1 week there, for example, and then finish the whole month of Ramadan without fasting. You can, it's not haram, but it's discouraged. You're running away from an act in which Allah has made it obligatory. But of course, you have the concession of breaking your fast in travel. So other than running away, no, it's fine. You're going for another worship again. Although it's mustahab, but inshallah, may Allah reward you. When you come back home, then make them up later in Shawwal and onwards, inshallah.
Understood, Sheikhna. Actually, I have a follow-up question regarding that, Sheikhna, about going on holiday while it's the month of Ramadan. Sometimes, I believe that in the past couple of years, there's been ishkal on what day Eid is, and of course we're not allowed to pray, we're not allowed to fast on the days of Eid. So and some families, what they do is they travel for just those final couple of days, just to make sure that because they break their fast and they're not actually fasting on the day of Eid if there is any ishkal. Is that completely fine to do so?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The issue of Eid, and it's a doubt about days. Is it Eid or the fast day, for example? It's absolutely fine.
Understood, understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. I believe we have a question now, a caller. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, brother.
Wa alaikum assalam. Shahr Ramadan Mubarak to you.
Ask some prayers be accepted. I have a question for the Sheikh.
Ask away.
So I've seen the moon last Saturday, the new moon. Do I consider Saturday night the first day of Ramadan, or tomorrow, which is Sunday?
Okay, okay. Sheikhna, so the dear sister saw the moon, the Hilal moon, on the night of the Saturday. I believe that's what she said. The night of the Saturday. So does that mean that she considers the first of Ramadan on the Saturday or the Sunday?
No, you see, we have experts in this field. Ulama would send experts in terms of knowing the size of the crescent of the Hilal, the position in the sky, the timing and everything. I've heard many times that, well, next day they come and say, oh, can you see the thickness of the Hilal? It seems to be that yesterday was the first day, which we didn't take it. No, you can't just follow these assumptions and these notions. You have to always go back to the experts. We have individuals who are experts in this field. They go and they do moon sighting in Najaf, in Karbala, in Qom, Mashhad, the eastern province of Arabia, in Ihsa, Qatif. Lots of people, maybe in hundreds, in Kuwait. You know, most of the countries where there are Shia, they would go and do moon sighting, and they are experts. If they can't see it, they cannot say tomorrow as first day, because the hadith says, "Sum lirru'ya," fast when you see the crescent, the hilal.
Okay.
Otherwise, don't fast. That's what we understand from the hadith. Sum lirru'ya, you see it, fast. Otherwise, it's the last day of the month of Sha'ban, and that's it. The first day is the first of month of Ramadan, because we don't have 31 days of Sha'ban, or it's just 30 days max. So no, we have to go back to the experts in this field. If they see it, then we follow. Otherwise, we just leave it till the first day of the month.
Understood, understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. And thank you very much for your question. Inshallah, you understood. Thank you very much for calling in as well. To all the other viewers, as you have just seen, our dear sister called in and got to get her answers straight away, there and then, from the Sheikh. So do call in and you will get your answers straight away. The number is right here, 0203 515 0199. Or if you would like to send in a message on WhatsApp, send them in here, 0741509255. Or if you're watching on YouTube, you can send in your questions in the comment section, and inshallah the Sheikh will answer it. Sheikh, now moving on from WhatsApp. Recently, when I pray in my usual prayer room, I feel as if someone is standing behind me. At times it is calming, and at times it strikes me with great fear. I have recited Ayatul Kursi before and after prayer. However, when fear strikes it is to a degree that I then have to move my prayer to a different room. Is there anything I can do about this? And should I be worried that I feel as someone is there when there is no one?
I would recommend that you go and see medical experts in this field, contact them and go for the checkup.
Okay.
But I would not let them to go, but I would give them another amal to do. Try to recite Surah Yasin every day.
Okay.
That would repel, inshallah, all these imagination and thoughts. Surah Yasin every day, inshallah.
Surah Yasin.
Inshallah.
Understood, understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. Actually, I believe we have another phone call. Salaam alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. It's me again. I have another question.
Okay.
I'm calling from France.
France.
And here in schools, you're not allowed to wear anything religious, especially for the girls. You're not allowed to wear the hijab. And since hijab is mandatory in Islam, our 9-year-old girls are supposed to take them out in school properties, universities, especially in high schools or elementary, anywhere in public.
Okay.
What is the ruling? I'd like to know.
Understood, understood. Interesting question, Sheikhna. So, our dear sister has called again for another question. They are in France, and in France, the government has actually banned the hijab in schools, in high schools, in universities. However, of course, for Muslims, it is obligatory upon women to wear the hijab. What is the ruling on this? Do they wear the hijab? Do they not wear the hijab? Can they? They are actually forced in schools and universities to take off the hijab. What is the ruling on this, Sheikhna?
You see, the wajib remains wajib, obligatory. So they have to find out alternative ways. And now in the UK we have schools that you can join over the Zoom, for example.
Yeah.
So you can, like in the pandemic, pandemic time, where they used to go and study over the computer.
Okay.
So through Zoom or
Yeah.
TimeView, I don't know what softwares are there. So you can learn. I mean, we have Open University in the UK. Open University, that's what it's called.
Open University,
You can get a degree while you're at home.
Okay.
So that's the option, you know, that you can study from home if that is available somehow. I don't know if they have it in France, that you can study from distance learning, they call it in the UK. Otherwise, you may have to come to UK, for example, to study here. Lots of universities, even Islamic studies, Islamic law are being taught in some of the universities. So there's more openness in this country for the Muslims. So for this cause, you cannot take off your hijab.
Okay. Even if it's forced upon by the government.
Do you know there's a story of in the time of Shah of Iran? I think Rida Shah, before this, Muhammad Rida Shah, who was removed by a revolution in Iran in 1979. Rida Shah made a law in which women are not allowed to wear hijab in the streets, and they used to beat the women and take off their scarf. So there were women who remained in their houses for, I don't know, 3-4 years, never stepped out of their house, protecting their hijab and chastity and dignity. This is what we need to see. A woman who's strong and tries to challenge all the odds and difficulties. And we shouldn't really just give up because of not allowing us to go to certain places and so forth. You have to be strong in your aqidah, in your iman, in your taqwa. This is the path of the pious ones. You know, the anbiya were butchered, killed, the imams were killed for the cause of establishing the haqq and the right. Otherwise, they could have given up. You know, Imam Ali could have, signed the treaty or a peace with Muawiyah and joined him, and he would have let him to lead Sham and other parts of the world, and then also with the other Sahaba, with other so-called caliphs. But they stood, and Imam Ali stayed at home for 25 years. In other words, he didn't take over any leadership, and he opposed the others, the other three so-called caliphs.
Okay.
For the cause of haqq, 25 years. Imagine Imam Ali, this great man, was isolated for 25 years. You could have said, yes, give bay'ah, and I'm happy with you, let's go on, and then he can finish them afterwards when he gets the power. So you see, this is the path and the route of the haqq. May Allah Azza wa Jalla gives this sister the strength and the power and the will and the iman for this purpose, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. And to the viewers, to our dear sister, thank you very much for calling in. Inshallah, that answered your question. Sheikhna, moving on to the final question of the episode. We apologize to all the viewers as we do not have the time to answer all of your questions. We do apologize. We are we are running short on time. Inshallah, do tune in tomorrow at 8:30 and send in your questions tomorrow, and inshallah we will answer them in tomorrow's episode. Sheikhna, for the final question from WhatsApp, can you drink water a few minutes before Fajr? Is it haram or makruh to do so?
As said before, that the fasting begins with the Adhan al-Fajr till Adhan al-Maghrib Shar'i time. So even a minute before Adhan al-Fajr you can drink, but are you certain of the timing? You know, sometimes, even in Europe, there are different timetables. So that's why, as a precaution, they give 10 to 15 minutes of what is known as, I forgot the name, but that's 10 minutes before.
Precaution.
Precaution, yeah. Imsak.
Okay.
Imsak, because to avoid eating, maybe in Allah's knowledge, while there's adhan being called. So imsak is therefore for you to have some kind of ihtiyat. Otherwise, if you know the time exactly, like in Iraq, Iran, Pakistan, we know exactly the Fajr time. Yes, you can drink 1 minute before. That's fine. Because I know exactly in 1 minute time there will be a Fajr time. Otherwise, one should have احتياط.
Okay, understood. Thank you very much, Sheikhna. And thank you as well for answering all the questions with us today. To the viewers at home, thank you very much for asking your questions and tuning in with us on tonight's episode. We do apologize to all the viewers that sent in their questions and we did not have time to answer them. We apologize again. Inshallah, send your questions in tomorrow at 8:30 on tomorrow night's episode, and inshallah we will answer them. Also, to the viewers at home, do subscribe to our YouTube account at Imam Hussein TV 3. We've got all of our content and different programs there, and inshallah you can follow us and subscribe to us there. Also, follow us on our Instagram account at Ahkam SOS for exclusive content. Many different reels and videos are uploaded up there, and inshallah you will see more and get reminded of what happened during these episodes, during the episodes on the day. Also, donate towards our different donate towards the programs at our website www.ihhtv.hq. I'm not sure, I don't really remember what the website is, if they can show it. If they can't, however, it's completely fine. Inshallah, you can watch the previous episodes. You will see the website links coming up. So we've got a couple of different things. Either donate to our programs or donate to our Zainabiyya complex. We are in the process of moving to a different building. So support our mission. Support the Zainabiyya complex today. www.ihhtv.co/HQ. Your donations will go towards building a new set, building a new building. And inshallah we move to a bigger and better place. Also, support the different programs to the different websites. I'm not actually going to mention that now. I've mumbled on for too long in this episode. And inshallah we see you on tomorrow night's episode at 8:30. ومع السلامة في أمان الله.
Imam Hussein TV, a new beginning. Since our establishment in the UK in 2016, Imam Hussein TV has been a beacon of light for the Shia community. From our humble beginnings in a small office space in Colindale, we've grown and touched countless hearts. For 7 years, this space has been our creative hub, producing some of your favorite programs. But now, we've outgrown it. The time has come for a new beginning. We are excited to announce that Imam Hussein TV is in the process of acquiring a new headquarters in the heart of London, Park Royal. This 5,548 square feet facility will be our permanent home, enabling us to produce high-quality content without the constraints of rising rental costs that have tied our hands when it comes to expression and creativity. This new space will enable us to expand our team, provide enhanced resources for professional development, and produce even more inspiring content for our rapidly growing audience. Our new headquarters will feature a modern studio, green screen rooms, a library, and much more. Imagine a place where youth can gather, learn, and grow spiritually. A place that serves the community for generations to come. Your donation can help us build specific parts of our new home. Whether it's contributing to the Ahkam SOS set, the carpet for the Husainiyya, or even a single brick, every penny counts. As we embark on this journey to create a new home, each brick donated by you represents a vital piece of our vision. Amalgamating each one together forms the missing piece that completes the sculpture of the sacred names that our new office and studio spaces are named after. Each room in our new facility is dedicated to a member of the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, reflecting their values and contributions to our faith. By naming a room, you honor their legacy and help us continue their mission. Our project is divided into 3 phases: securing the property, transitioning and developing the new studio, and expanding our team and upgrading equipment. Each phase is crucial to our growth and sustainability, and ultimately allows us to brainstorm with the highest efficiency. Your generosity reaches far beyond London. It helps us provide for those in need, bringing warmth, food, and hope to families in Iraq, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Yemen, and many countries worldwide.
Thank you. We understand that not everyone can make a large donation, but every small contribution helps. Even a single pound can make a big difference. Together, we can build a brighter future for our community, and we can contribute to the everlasting message of Abu Abdullah Hussein alayhi salam.
Your pocket change can ensure the completion of a few inches of the building, eventually leading to it standing high and wide and in full working motion.
Visit our website, click the donate button and be part of this incredible journey. Let's build the new home for Imam Hussein TV together, because ultimately this is your home. Imam Hussein TV, a new beginning. Donate now and help us create a legacy that will serve the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam for generations to come, because this is your gateway to Karbala.
Preparation.
A whirlwind of emotions.
First time as a Shia, I cried.
Attracting variation.
Judged by the most proficient.
Maybe you are the best thing ever happened in this show.
Probably one of the best lectures I've heard this year.
The Shia Voice Season 3. This holy month of Ramadan.
Exclusively on Imam Hussein TV 3.
Ignite hope and stamp out poverty with Imam Hussein Charity.
Anything you spend, He will replace it. He is the best of providers.
Talib, why are we here?
It's simple. Let's take these 7 steps and see where it takes us. Wow, we're some nice clean dish.
Yeah, one step closer. Let's take another step